Wow, so I'm live, and I'm not sure if anybody knows that or if anybody knows to be here. Uh, I had planned to do this, but I didn't know if I was going to do this right away. I did the countdown, and I was actually going to do the opening. And when I go to do the opening, let's see if it works, because normally it'll say you get one free video for streamers. Got really bad with this. My name is Aaron. Welcome to the Color Cinema. We got a lot to talk about tonight. Last week, I did kind of a physical media report looking at some stuff that was going on. It was a big day for physical media today, so I thought I'd kind of do the same now, talk about some stuff. Uh, I did a video earlier. I put up a video earlier with the You Can Keep Only 10 series. Hey, Alan, welcome, man. And I'm trying to get back to do some more live streams every once in a while. I don't get to do these as much as I used to, and normally if you see me on a live stream nowadays, it's on someone else's channel. So let's see what goes, and we will try. Hey there, Vince, man, welcome, and knock this one out of the park. So we'll start out with, I was on Facebook earlier, and I saw Disconnected to put up the fact that there was a new 4K coming out for Night of the Living Dead, the 1990 Tom Savini version. So that kind of got me stoked, and I wanted to mention that. So I tried to bring it up here, and I found a site called Screen Connections that actually has some information on it. So shout out to Screen Connections, because that's where I found out. I found it originally from the Disconnected, so from Ryan. So basically, but let's look at the announcement and see exactly what's included, because I heard that it's uncut, and I haven't got a chance to look at it yet. So here we are. It's a steelbook. Okay, and from Sony. Okay, I did not know who was putting it out. That was a boutique label, but yeah, Sony's really kicking into gear here. Kind of wish Sony was still sending me stuff for review, because it would have been nice to get Night of the Living Dead. I'll definitely pick this one up for sure. 4K Ultra HD Steelbook, September 23rd, 2025. So it's perfect timing to go in and be part of the the month of horror movie watching. Thank you, Alan Vince, for coming in, by the way. I know it was the very last minute. And looks like we got here two versions of the film in 4K with Dolby Vision. That's good to have. And Dolby Atmos track as well, plus a English 5.1 on both versions. So very cool. And a two-channel surround for the theatrical. So we got a new uncensored cut supervised by director Tom Savini. The uncensored cut restores moments of graphic violence and delivers an alternate vision of the horror classic. So really stoked about that. Holy crap. I did not know that it was. I thought it was just something put together. I didn't know that was something that Tom Savini supervised. I got to speak to Tom Savini a few years back in Montreal, and we talked about Night of the Living Dead, and we talked about how he wanted to get behind the camera again, because he felt Night of the Living Dead wasn't exactly like the studio took it. It wasn't exactly what he wanted to make. So he wanted to make another zombie film that could be his, and he wanted to remake. God, Children Doesn't Play with Dead Things, and give his kind of his take on that, which I would have loved to have seen, by the way. So we got a brand new commentary with Savini on the uncensored cut, moderated by Michael Fleischer. Not surprising that, because Michael Fleischer, Fleischer does good stuff. We got a Blu-ray disc with the theatrical version on there, but a bunch of new interviews. We got archival commentary. We got an interview with Bill Moseley, with William Butler, McKee Anderson, and Heather Mauser. Interview with producers John Russo and Russell Steiner. Interview with Tom Dubinsky, and interview with zombie performers Greg Funk and Derek Ashton. And then we got some more archival interviews that are kind of ported over from a previous release. So wow, that's massive. And I do like the look of this steelbook. Let's see if I can get a bigger. No, you can't. Can we get a bigger picture on that? No, we can't. But the steelbook looks good. I like the look of it. Let's go to, I guess, talk about Vinegar Syndrome's big announcement. So they're doing their subscriber week sale, and to be honest with you, the first day for subscriber week, and I'll go to Vinegar Syndrome's website in a second, was very underwhelming, to say the least. But apparently some people got upset with me about yesterday's live video and unsubscribed from my channel because I didn't. I wasn't big on yesterday's like Vinegar Syndrome announcements. That is the curse of like doing YouTube. This stuff happens. I kid you not. But we have some interesting stuff to look at today from Vinegar Syndrome because it's a pretty big announcement, and I'm kind of not sure why they didn't lead with this. It would have been way bigger news if they had led with this rather than the titles that they led with. Because, see, Vinegar Syndrome, they're putting a Macamee. And this is one of those titles that people have wanted and wanted to come out with a good edition. Macamee is the title that I actually would buy from Vinegar Syndrome. It's a VSU, and this fits into what I think a VSU should be. The guy from They Live is in the Berserker, the guy that says what you are looking at when writing. Oh, are you talking about Buck Flowers? Yeah, because I'm pretty sure it's been a while since I watched They Live, but I'm pretty sure Buck Flowers is in They Live. But this is big news. Kudos to Vinegar Syndrome. This, I think, is going to be a big release for them. I think it can bring in like people that may not know what Vinegar Syndrome is. There are 10,000 that were put out there, and they're saying there's over 2,000 left. So I'm going to buy this during the sale, unfortunately, because I would probably. This is out of the ones that are there, and it's a pricey one. Look, it's a hefty cost on this one here. But let's see the work that they put into this. We know that the restoration is going to be good. You know, we don't have any questions with that. We always know Vinegar Syndrome does good with the restorations most of the time. But this is such a strangely weird film. I shouldn't be surprised they put it out because they did Tammy the T-Rex, which is by the same director. But it seems like it's a long space in between. So I would have expected this to come out a little bit earlier. But it suits like VSU line. It's perfect for the VSU line, so I have no complaints with it going where it's going. This is the way that I want them to do this. So we got here a new 4K scan, Dolby Vision with HDR, perfect. I'm not sure about Dolby Atmos. We'll check that out after. No, it doesn't look like we got Atmos, but we got English stereo, so that's good for that one. Brand new commentary with the co-writer and director Stuart Raffle and Jim Branscombe of Cinematic Void. We got a new commentary of film historians Wayne Byrne and Paul Farron. That's fantastic there. We got a brand new interview with the co-writer director. We get a brand new feature of the cinematographer and camera operator. We get a brand new interview with the alien designer puppeteer. That's actually kind of cool, especially for this type of movie. Oh, cool. We get an interview with Christine Ebersol. So interested in that. We got an archival one, alternate like climactic shooting sequence. So that's going to be cool. We're going to get a 40-page perfect bound book. And, you know, the usual TV spot, theatrical trailer, all that type of stuff. Hey, Maddie, welcome, man. So strange, this getting a 4K. I remember when I was younger. Not sure when or if I'll pick it. I mean, John Goff? Oh, okay. I'm totally thinking someone else, then, man. Hey, welcome, Charlie. I mean, it's a big title. I don't think people realize. I don't think even I realized how big of a title this is going to be for Vinegar Syndrome. It's another rad, and for those that are newer to Vinegar Syndrome, and if you watch my channel, you're probably not. So I won't go too deep into it. Rad was the title that they put out, and it brought in people that didn't know that Vinegar Syndrome even existed. They were. Someone got a cup of Power Rod. Yeah. People are like, I would have bought this first day, but there's no Power Rod commentary. Well, Power Rod's a busy man. But I'm sure if he could have got there to do a commentary, he would have. And who knows, maybe he'll put something later on. But this is cool, man. I mean, like, this is a damn cool release, and it is got some weird art. Let's look at this art because finally, in Vinegar Cinema, I can show on the channel without like getting flagged. So for those, hey Ragnar, welcome, man. Missed the first 5 years of Vinegar Syndrome. Those days, man, we still got those titles, and I do. That's my era. Like you, Ragnar, that's my era of Vinegar Syndrome. But I do like this title. I do think this kind of has its place. This does seem like, even though it's newer, like it still seems like it's weird enough to be there. Okay, so for those that don't quite grasp, and I'm sure everybody does, the concept of this, yeah, glamour shots, school photo is what they did for this. Thanks, Matt. That's what I was trying to get to. Yeah, it's one of those awkward, like family photo type things that they're doing for Mac and me. And I've had like some complaints recently with a lot of the Vinegar Cinema artwork. I have zero complaints with this. I love this. It is weird and unique, and I wish I was getting this movie. I really want this movie back. It's a weird film, man. That McDonald's sequence. Got a family. Oh, this is like a Sears photo, guys. For those guys that like you'll get the Sears reference. See, I like this film, man. Greg, I got to disagree with you on this one, man. Normally we're on the same page with this type of stuff, but this one I do like. It's such a weird film, and of all like the movies like that are kid related or anything like that that could fit in here, this fits in here right along with something along the lines of like God, what's that one they put out before? The really crappy like Gremlins knockoff. And I got it here too. It's just, yeah. See, look, it may be a higher budget, it may be more known, but this is still Vinegar Syndrome weird. This is Vinegar Syndrome weird. And from the looks of this here, we got some decent grain, good restoration, nothing too out there. My dad's watching this, gonna think I'm nuts for wanting this film, but like, yeah, it's a fun one. Let me know if any of you guys are picking this up, because it's a cool title. Let's look into. I haven't looked at the deal price things or anything like that. I just found out this one before I came on, so we'll look in the daily deals, see if there's anything here that I can recommend you guys while I'm here. And then we'll I want to go to Criterion sale as well, because for sale wise, this is decent, but Criterion is a sale, right? For some people. So not really much to recommend here. I guess there's Paradiso if you're like a fan of like the young ones, or Rick Mayhall, that type of thing. But on that line anyway, that's like the only one I could really recommend out of that. I haven't watched the Apocalypse tetralogy yet, so I really got no recommendation on that one. None of these here really hit me. Yeah, the variant steps I'm not a fan of, man. Recently, the variant steps I felt really let us down right now. So I definitely agree with that. I'm a little bit disheartened by this the second day of the sale. I'll tell you that much. I like that the dividers are on sale. That's kind of cool. But again, it's not a title, right? We got an LP on sale for Stay Tuned. It's two CD. I was gonna say it's a two vinyl album. The Birds 2, horrible film, but it's $13.99. If you want it for that price, that's not a bad price actually. The Cellar is a bit of fun. I actually don't mind that one. Horrible Dr. Hitchcock, I like this one a lot. I wish it was cheaper than $20 though. I know it's a 4K, $23 Canadian, $20 US. I like Ricardo Freedy. Definitely a lot of good work put in this one. I just wish was a bit on the cheaper side. This is a little bit cheaper. You're not the only person. I've been disappointed, right? Wonder if the hidden will be elsewhere, at least in 4K, since they're doing an alien theme. I mean, all that considered, like Monday, there was really no alien theme to it, was there? Like, like I guess you want those variant slipcovers, but yeah, remember the Mac tunnels? You gotta love that, right? Put an ad right in the middle of it. It's like Return of the Killer Tomatoes, where they're kind of making fun of like putting ads in there, but they're running out of money and Return Killer Tomatoes, so they got to make a bunch of ads. Okay, Maddie's got it. The Apocalypse Trilogy is a bit tough, good, well-made films that you struggle to complete. Haven't gotten to the last movie though. Yeah, I mean, there's people out there that I'm sure that it's for. I don't think I'm that person. But so far, yeah, Horror Dr. Hitchcock, but Wish Was Cheaper. The Cellar, recommendation on that one. Love the thriller. I love that this actually. Touch, actually, I like Touch. So $15.99 for cinematograph. So yeah, I'll definitely give a recommendation on this one. This is Chris Walken, right? Yeah. Okay, it's a Paul Schrader film. I dig this one. 1999 Canadian, like I guess $15.99 American. That's a good price. Like that's overall, shout out for that one. Robert Smith, I gotta love that, man. Pick up Monster Squad 4K. I wish Mac would be but a cheaper 4K. I mean, me too. Hey, Rafe, welcome, man. I would love to have had it gotten like a bit cheaper for this Untold Story. What is that? Is that another one of those like category films? It is, isn't it? Like Malcolm must already know this. Cat 3 films, yeah. Is in the name only sequel to the notorious Untold Story. A lot of sexy content, apparently. Featuring all the sex and violence one expects to see in a Cat 3 film. I don't know. Like, it's Cat 3 stuff's not for me. $21 for a pendant? Nope. Nope. That's like, I love the idea of like the books and stuff like that, but $50 for like two paperbacks and a headband. That's a lot of money, man. So I hit the wrong button. I'm still here. Hopefully you are. I hit the wrong button, and I accidentally closed the screen for a second. So I apologize. The Christian Lindbergh movies slipcover so the first hour. Did they really? I'm not a fan of the slip stuff. Like I'm not a slipcover guy. I used to be. And if I get it, like good and all, but yeah, no. Not something I go overboard with. Marcus, remember at your service. I got a song in my head now, Charlie. Just so you know. I have two versions of that movie. I got the Vinegar Syndrome version, and I got the now long out of print, hard to get, like 88 Films edition for that one as well. Turned into John Cena for a moment. They just did 1,000 slips on that one. Actually, well, Malcolm moved recently, and as someone that moved, like did a move around 3 years ago, moves can be pretty expensive. So like that's where your money goes for stuff like that. You say this is great now, it's wonderful to get to look at movies and buy stuff, but other things like go there that you want to look into, and life happens. Hey, Corinne, welcome. Back here for another day, right? Doing live. It's like the old times. It's like the old times. Corinne has been over when I've been doing my videos over on doing the Vlog to the Bottom, which I recently became like a member of, a cast member of, and I really appreciate that, by the way. But we'll go to the Criterion sale in a minute. I'm again. Side question: is CM Punk ever gonna get the world title strap again? I think they'll give it to him for a short run before it's over. Blood Harvest is so much fun. Blood Harvest is such a weird film because you got this girl, a poor girl, like she got to have brain damage because she keeps getting like chloroformed over and over again. I'm still here, Ragnar. I just went for a second. Yeah, she keeps getting chloroformed over and over again. Ragnar, your stream must be behind. I'd say refresh because you did lose me for a second. That was a while back. Now, before I go into the Criterion one as well, Interrogation Day, Anita Lindbergh, nice. Anita one. I love me some Christina Lindbergh. It's a bit pricey, but it's one that I did want. Did you pre-order Macamee? I know it's a weird title, but I do think it's a good one for them. Look, is there new stuff with the partner labels? Because I know I looked at it yesterday, and there wasn't a ton of stuff that I was recommend. Like Anita, definitely recommend that one. Christina Lindbergh. Nothing really here. My cat was just almost knocking off my movie with the door. Just not on purpose. She's actually just stretching her feet. She's sleeping. Heat Wave lasted 4 days. This one I do recommend. So this is a CIP picture, Canadian National Pictures. It was actually it's kind of I think it's a TV film, it's a TV movie, if I remember correctly. Haven't had the chance to look into it because I just looked at it yesterday when I was on here. But I could be wrong. But I think it was a TV film. Oh, the Filmgish. Okay, so yeah, the Filmgish series from National Film Board was a series of films that were put out to help French-speaking people learn English. So they did a whole bunch of those. Oh yeah, but like once you're, I've been so excited for people to love it. Understandable. Like it's going back and forth. So certain people are kind of falling off the train. Hey, Danuch, welcome, man. Welcome. But I would definitely recommend this one. Yeah. So yeah, this one here, this is the one that made it to the ABC like mystery movie thing. I think it's gotta be or something. It was gotta be. Yeah, ABC's Worldwide Water movie mystery. Yeah. So it did like show on there once. So this hasn't got a lot of showings. But I remember this, and definite recommendation on this one. Got an extra film on here as well. Anita, I can't go to Anita because obviously there's going to be a ton of nudity for that one, but I do recommend it. As far as anything else goes here, you guys shout your recommendations, by the way, things that you think, because just because I don't know it or because I don't recommend it doesn't mean it's not a good film. Only Sci-Fi 2005 found footage horror named "Remember good for it" from your review. It's what you're into, man. For me, like the early stuff that I really like. Sharksploitation's a fun documentary. Slacks, it's a newer one, like it's a Killer Gene film. It's cheesy and like you either buy into the premise or you're not going to like it at all. There's no two ways with that film. I thought it was okay. I don't think my better half would ever watch it. Anita's sold out. I think it's just the slipcover edition that's sold out. I think we still have the title there. It's just you can't get it out the slip. So if the slip thing was a big deal for you, then unfortunately, that's the thing. We got ours here from IFC Films. Warm Water, Under Red Bridge from Film Movement Classics. So nothing really new. Let's see if anything else sold out in the going into print stuff, because there is a stuff there. Just talking to Maddie today, and Maddie, you still here, man? Mm. Watched Payments last night. It was okay. Yeah. And he picked up the Ruben Galando Jr. stuff, and he picked up Rush Week as well, which I recommended, because you got to have that Greg Allman film, man. But yeah, like for these here, a lot of ones I can recommend here, like easily recommend if you don't have them. I have most of the ones that are here that I would want. Like Faded Blacks, unfortunately sold out. No, this is getting a 4K from Screen Factory, so if you want to like wait and get the 4K, it's worth owning. Like Fade to Black's a movie I do think belongs in everybody's collection. I like Angel 3. A lot of people don't, but I do. I think the Room Galano Jr., so Cemetery of Terror, Don't Panic, and Grave Robbers, all three of those definitely deserve to be owned and seen, and they're under 1,000 each. Like they're cheap. I mean, like they're $10 each, 11.99 Canadian. Not a bad price for any of these films, to be honest with you. Grave Robbers is probably my favorite of the three. But Don't Panic, the one that they made the biggest deal about, probably my least favorite out of the three. I'd probably buy the pajamas if they came back in, but not. So we got Shallow Grave. That was a really good one. That was sold out. Satan's Slave. I knew this was going to sell out. It's Norman J. Warren. Indicator had a box set from Norman J. Warren. That's also sold out. Beastmaster. That's not the limited edition, by the way. That's Unmasked Part 25 is sold out. So yeah, some titles are gone. Six Stream Samurai still not sold out. Let's see what's it at. Oh, it's getting there. So people are finally buying Six String Samurai. It's not a great film, but not a horrible film either. Thriller Cruel Picture was your first Blu-ray. Good film, a good one to get. Like Creature's good. I mean, I like Creature a lot. But me and you, Charlie, I think we're the outliers, because a lot of people like just didn't get into that one. But I dug the hell out of it. I like The Fear too, right? And most people don't like it. There's 10 left. Okay, if you don't own The Fear, and this is a standard edition right now, so, and this is going out of print. It's going out of print, so I would say own The Fear. Hey, River, welcome. Swastika, you got to say hello. It has. I haven't done a lot of lives, and this is different for me for this month. I'm doing a lot of. If you guys noticed, I'm trying to do a lot of content like coming up, and hoping to get some channel subscriptions up. Maybe get some patrons and members like to come into it. I don't know the last time I got an actual like super chat, but I do this for the love of it anyway. So I'm gonna get The Righteous Things, 1986 Hong Kong noir action film. But yeah, Fear's down to 10, guys. So if you want some Morty in your life, then get it now, because it's gonna be gone. I'm asking the auto. I got asked for this one. It's down to 470. It's a VSA. Now $13 for VSA is a good price, and I'm not gonna pretend that I really know this film. I don't. So Dan Spivey's in it, the wrestler. Okay, so that's interesting. Like, it's nice that we're seeing some stuff here. Looks like Beastmaster. They're going to be losing Beastmaster as well. So let's look at the numbers on all these real quickly. So we're down to like 2,000 or 2,000 for Alien from LA. A lot of people have not got that one yet, and I'm kind of shocked actually that they haven't. Angel 3, which I do give a recommendation to, is down to 541. It's $11.99 Canadian, $10, for American. That's a good price. It's a good price for that film. Like you pull the trigger at that point. We got a limited edition slip here of for Cemetery of Terror. Great release, wonderful film. Love Ruben Delano Jr. This is one of my favorites. Creature is down to 54. Wow. Okay. I remember these ones are going out of print, so I'm guessing, once these are gone, these are gone. Both this theatrical and Titan Find director's cut, which I'm going to guess is in the regular edition as well. Let's just go up here and see. I think so. So some of these are really going down, like going quickly. VHS 215. I don't think that, VHS, I'm not sure how well they sell. Grave Robbers is my favorite one, 895 on that one. Mutant Hunt, I honestly don't remember it. 326, so it's selling pretty well. I don't know if I own this one. I don't own Rush Week. I wish I did. 612. Anybody want to buy me Rush Week? Send it to me. Anybody want to donate to the channel? Righting Wrongs. Oh, are you talking about Cynthia Rothrock? Get any more Vinegar Syndrome since we have a table out at Buffalo? Oh, nice. If you're in Buffalo, make sure to go check out Maddie's table. There's a horror garage sale that they have there. Maddie's there a lot, and I'm sure often with your lovely wife, so check that out. Claus Kinski. Oh, yeah. Like we saw 16 Samurai's finally getting down there. That's going to sell out this sale, I think. Surf 2, I can't recommend it. Like it's not a good. I'm sorry, I can't recommend it. Beastmaster 4K edition down to 180, 1349 for like that's probably what, 10, 11 bucks American. If you don't own Beastmaster, it's a wonderful 4K. I do recommend it. It's just a great release, and they put a lot of work into that one. I've watched it several times. Beastmaster VHS down to 259. I love the art on this, by the way, and I'm not big on other more recent art. The Fear, it's down to 10. Like, we'll check to see if it's less. Nope, it's down to 10 still. So if anybody wants to buy The Fear, I can't recommend Through the Fire. I haven't even watched myself. 1,110 left. There you go. And I'm asking how we saw that one. It's 470. So before we dive into the straight into the Criterion stuff that I want to talk about, and again, like Macamee got a release, and I'm excited about that. I got some recommendations, but I wanted to give you some different recommendations. Thank you, Alan. I really appreciate that. I worry sometimes that I've been doing it for a while, so I'm going to kind of rusty, right? But here's some Criterion recommendations, some different ones. I want to do some different stuff, and I've even got a comparison to do, and then we'll dive into that as well. It's really hot here tonight, so I do apologize if I got to go get a drink or something like that. And I don't have like a co-host. I was going to ask Maddie, but I didn't know if he's going to be on here. So I Fritz Lang. A lot of people kind of get a lot of Fritz Lang stuff, but they don't really talk about this one a lot. And it's because there's not a lot of features. And so it's Ministry of Fear. Really good title, actually. Ray Milland's stars in this one with Marjorie Reynolds. Dan Duryea is in this too, and Alan Napier. So Alfred himself from the Batman animated Batman the 60s series. But really great one. It has an interview with like Joe McElhenney on here, and there's an essay. But aside from that, it's not a lot of stuff on here. But it's just a good film. It's just a good release. I wanted to give it a shout out. I don't want to shout out stuff everybody else has. Thank you so much. Your favorite stunt-related Criterion recommendation? Stunt-related. Oh God, is there stunt-related films from Criterion? Like when I think of like stunt movies, like I think of Umbrella. Like Umbrella's done all the, like the cool stunt films. But stunt-related Criterion? I'm Googling, man, and see if anything pops up. I'm cheating. I'm cheating tonight. Actually, yes, I do have one here. Oh, Ray, have a good evening, man. It's right, and it's right here. One that I strongly recommend if you don't have it. Safety Last. So Safety Last is Harold Lloyd's magnum opus for me. This is for me. I know there's Mom's buying all that, but this is what I consider his best film. It is an absolutely wonderful piece of silent comedy cinema, and it has this, of course, this set piece here that a lot of people remember, like hanging off the clock. But it's not just hanging off the clock; it's how we get to there. And aside from that, there is a 108-minute documentary on Harold Lloyd. Harold Lloyd is often gets really gets like overlooked with along with like because there's Buster Keaton, there's like Charlie Chaplin. Lloyd gets overlooked a lot, and it's a shame because he is so good and so meticulously like well done with his. This I love this cover too. Look at this cover; it's gorgeous. With what he does. Segue into Criterion sale right now. Get some discount codes from Arrow Video and Second Sight Films next week. All right, nice. And Alain Soleil, Purple Noon. I really adore this movie. Alain Delon is, for me, he's the definitive Tom Ripley. I'm a big fan of the Patricia Highsmith. I like her books. Of course, if you're a Hitchcock fan, you know the other book, Strange Not to Train, right? That was made into a movie. And that became a movie, actually, because Hitchcock really wanted to do this, The Town of Mr. Ripley, and he lost out on it. But this is a wonderful addition. If you haven't seen it, it's a French film. Alain Delon is just perfectly cast in this one, and Maurice René is in this too, and just a wonderful, wonderful film. Long live physical media. Screw streaming. That's right, man. Especially the way streaming's gone now. Next up is let's get the comedies out of the way first. And it happened one night. Now, I wanted to talk about this one for a reason. So, this is a favorite film of mine. A lot of people call this a screwball comedy. I don't think it's a comedy, but I don't think it's really a screwball comedy. Now, there's 2 editions of this one because it's got a 4K release. So the third Columbia Pictures volume, which is the one I think of any of the Columbia Pictures, if you get a chance to buy one, this is the one to buy. Has a 4K release for It Happened One Night. And it's right here, so with the classic artwork. So do I recommend you getting this or this? Well, there's different things on each of these. So this one has Frank Capra's American Dream, like it's a feature-length documentary on Capra. It's got a 1921 short on here as well, which is super cool. Some of the features are kind of tread over, like screwball comedy, and what this one has that's not on the other one is you can't run away from it. So in 1956, they remade It Happened One Night, and instead of like Clark Gable and Claude Colbert, they had Jack Lemmon and June Allison. It's a really good release, and I love the film enough that I need both of them in my collection, if that makes any sense, because I do like the documentary on here. I do like the short film. Some people aren't going to want to get like this, because this right now, I think this is just in the set. I don't think it's got a single like 4K release as far as I know, but it is it's a good set. I mean, we got It Happened One Night, From Here to Eternity, To Serve with Love, Last Picture Show, Annie, As Good as It Gets, and a bunch of feature stuff. So recommend that. We have Father's Little Dividend, the film detective. I don't think I've got many film detectives. I wish I did, actually. F is for Fake. Orson Welles, underrated, kind of like documentary / mockumentary / social experiment. And it's just so well done. It's crafted in a way that only Welles could craft it. It's really, really good. It's got some really good stuff on there. Like Criterion, man, they really load up with the features, and like good features, right? Like features that you want to see. So there's a 15-minute documentary from '97 on the art forger, Elmer D. Horry. Yeah, right on. Great minds think alike, man. Such a wonderful release, and super stoked on this one. So I do recommend it if you don't have it. Next up is one that I got. It was a blind buy for me, and it was a good blind buy. It was one that I really enjoyed. It's a uniquely different. It's a beautiful film. It's weird, and it's from Czechoslovakian. and I just saw the trailer when Criterion put it out. I ordered it immediately, and it's Valerie and her Week of Wonder. So I really dug this one. Uh, it's only short; it's like 76 minutes long, and I don't know if I've listened to the Psych Folk soundtrack, like the alternate soundtrack. What's my favorite Criterion? Oh God, for me personally, it's probably Kiss Me Deadly, just because I love that movie so much, and I got like personal like ties to that one as well. Like I got it on a day my better half got it for me on a day that when I'd had a really bad day at work, and we'd gone to HMV and looked around. I was just doing like do the window shopping you do sometimes when if you're a physical media collector. Sometimes you just go online or go to a store and you like window shop like because you don't think you can afford to get anything done, but just you in your head you're like, okay, I eventually want to buy this, this, and this type of thing. So it was one of those nights. So we'd come home and I sat back and I was just the day was really getting to me. And she said I was going to wait till later, but she opened up her purse and she took out "Kiss Me Deadly," and that's when you know you're really like you're really with the right person, right? So that's when you really in love. You know that person like gets you, and she gets me. And I wanted the rest to be like just really, really. Now this one here was recommended by Brian from Just a Disc as well on his channel, and he did a really great video on it, by the way. So I won't dive into it as much as he did, but it's a Paul Schrader film. It's a really good Paul Schrader film. I just got the DVD. I know there's a 4K out now, and it's Mishima: A Life in Four Chapters, and it's it's an excellent kind of like film with like documentary aspects to it because it's talking about like it's a real person, and yeah, he committed public seppuku. True Love. That's where you go, right? It's really a good release. 2 hours long. There's alternate like narrations on here too, which is really cool because the documentary. So Roy Schreider is one of the alternate narrations, and I think that's one I watched. I'm trying to remember which one I watched now, but there's some great stuff. There's a documentary, The Strange Case of Yukio Mishima, on here as well from 1985. A whole bunch of like really great stuff. There's the 4K release is I'm sure way better, but still, I have that movie. It's just a great film. Next up is one that is just weird. All That Jazz. Oh yeah, right. It's showtime. I love all that jazz, but I'm a musical theater kid. So I was going to act right, but this one here, and does anyone else have this one? Because it's just one of those weird titles that I picked up, and I'm not sure who else would get it. But it's called Science is Fiction, and it's Jean Penleve, and he did between like 1902 to 1989. But these here are from different eras. So basically, there were kind of like semi like science like short films and stuff like that he'd made, and there's like a bunch of them. The booklet in here is like insanely big too. It's like I bought the DVD edition because it was like a blind buy for me at the time, and I didn't want to like risk that much money on something that I wasn't sure I was going to like, and I just really loved it. But it was cool. I mean, like there's weird like so he's got stuff on here like for instance, see on sea urchins or how some jellyfish are born, and the seahorse, and not all of the stuff like science land like it seems like fits today. Freshwater assassins, sea ballerinas, like pigeons in the square, just some really cool stuff. Anyway, it's a really cool release. Definitely recommend it. I'm losing people from as I'm doing this. I do apologize, but I think it's important to talk like Criterion as well because they're putting up some really great stuff. Another set that I went into pretty blind. I think I've seen like one of the film. I've seen the film, but I haven't seen like the shorts. No, I actually seen the short. I haven't seen the film. That is the complete Jean Magot. So Jean Magot is the grandfather of French New Wave cinema. And any famous New Wave person that you like, director that they all bow down at Vigo. Vigo, unfortunately, had a short life. He did not live a long time. And his entire works are on here. We got Apropos Denise, Terrace, Zero de Conduit, which, if you are a fan of Lindsay Anderson and you like the movie If, Zero de Conduit is the precursor to If with Malcolm McDowell. And Le Atlanta, which was his only actual feature film, which is 87 minutes. The rest of these are like short films. Is Vigo from Carpathia? Good question, actually. It's been a while since I watched this. Such a good. I really got to rewatch this. And I love back then too. They had these really big, thick booklets. And it is such a wonderful. Look at this. Oh, Ghostbusters 2 joke. Okay, sorry. I was actually looking for that, man. But it's a really, really good addition. And if you're into French new wave cinema and you want to get something different, I recommend it. And last, but definitely not least, is Pierrot. And so he is kind of like the French. I don't want to say like Charlie Chaplin, but there's like definitely kind of similarities there. And it's cool because it's got his film like Happy Anniversaries on here, Rupture, The Suitor is cool, and Yo-Yo is really good. As long as you got your health, Feeling Good, Le Grand Amour, and Land of Milk and Honey. So there's a bunch of stuff on here, and really cool stuff as well. So he loved like the silent comedy. So if you like the Jacques Tati stuff and maybe never picked up this one yet, and you've got the Jacques Tati set, definitely grab this one. Really going to go alongside of Jacques Tati. And I guess with that being said, we should probably go to the website and look at some newer stuff because my butt hasn't gotten any Criterions since Police Story 1 and 2 was the last one I picked up. So we'll go directly to the Barnes & Noble site. I'm not sure if Criterion's doing the sale themselves as well, but why am I getting freaking just books and stuff? Music movies. Here we go. So they have the Criterion's like 50% off sale. They also got 50% off Radiance as well, and 50% off cult films. So, but we'll go to Criterion. I'll take a cursory look at the other ones for a minute if you guys want to. Godzilla versus Ballante is a really good Godzilla film. So recommendation on that one right out of the gate. Anora's too. Of the newer ones, Anora's probably the one that I want most, and it doesn't hurt that I'm a massive Mikey Madison fan. But let's go to their cult. Let's go to their 4K stuff first, and look at some of the stuff. So I can give some recommendations since they're going kind of deep into the 4K stuff. And I recommended this one to Maddie earlier today, and I still recommend it. And it's Sorcerer. So some people are like, "Oh, don't like the tinting on it, like revisionist or whatever." But it's a brilliant film. It's a wonderful film, and I think this is the release this time for Criterion. This is the one everybody's gonna be grabbing. Sam Deegan did the commentary and goes, "Did she really? Oh, now I double gotta get it." I love Sam Deegan's commentaries. Like that's my like dreams, like do a commentary with somebody on like one of these releases. Eventually, keep your fingers crossed for me, guys. One of these days, commentary for me on release. That's what I want. That's the dream. That's the end goal. All this is where I want all this to go. This is my end goal. Brazil's brilliant. Barry Lyndon is not my favorite Stanley Kubrick film. It's actually far down on the list. But if I was in a store and I saw it there, and you're looking at like the lighting and the way that's done, like my cinephile self would have to pick it up. No Country for Old Men. I love Coen Brothers. I love this film. I don't know if it'd be like a first like grab for me, like because we got like Wim Wenders' Paris, Texas here, and I love me Paris, Texas. It's actually got recently put out in Spain as well. They got a like really nice release of it, and I really would like to get the Criterion, but I just want Paris, Texas, and like on my shelf on own it. I love that film. If you haven't seen it, I really recommend it. It's just such a good movie, and it hits so hard. It did for me anyway. Like it really, like definitely hit hard. Thief, I got the Arrow edition. I recommend the Arrow edition if you get the limited edition because they had like an extra cut of the film. Maybe the 4K got the cut now. So let's check. Let's find out. It's director approved. Why don't you let me know? Why do you gotta be like that? Don't be a bitch to me, guys. But I love Thief again. Fantastic film. Night Moves. Gene Hackman, severely underrated actor, by the way. Paris, Texas. Yeah, I love Paris, Texas, man. It's like not enough people talk about Charlie. You got good taste, man. Well, the fact that you're using like Marvelous Mervo already, big in my book. Big Heat, classic. I started off my recommendations with Fritz Lang. Doesn't get much better. Like when you're talking about like the film noir than Big Heat. So definite recommendation there. Sam Deacon commentary. Hell yes. Get the Jock Demi set if you can afford. If you can't, there's two movies like the whole set is just so good. I really like Umbrellas of Cherbourg. It's a wonderful film, but so is the Two Girls of Rochefort, Youngers of Rochefort, and so is like Put On like Donkey Skin as well. Just can't go wrong with any of those. There's some real. I mean, I forget sometimes just how good of a company they are, and how life altering like having a collection of their stuff could be. Blue Velvet 4K again. Lynch, wonderful, love it. Seven Samurai is here, but I still want to see them put out a Kurosawa set, and I'm hoping that we get that. That's why I waited. That's why I've been waiting, right? With No, I got the Arrow edition of. I got a big Arrow edition of that one. My better half got it for me for my birthday one year because she knows With No is one of my favorite films, and it's one that I watch a lot. With No, and it came without a get ahead in advertising as well, and I love that film too. But I think if you want to see like the best representation of like drunk, With No, kind of does it. The Wiz is here, directed by Sidney Lumet of all things. One I never thought was going to be in the library Criterion collection, but I kind of want it. I do. I mean, like Dan Ross and peak Dan Ross, Young Michael Jackson, just beautifully shot film. There's Mishima of the 4K right there. Definitely a recommendation on that. Fantastic Paul Schrader film. If you want to hear like somebody really talk about it well, just to this did a video where he's doing like Criterion recommendations. If you watch the video and you really like it, let them know. Send me away. Princess Bride 4K. As You Wish may be the three most romantic words in cinema. Kid you not. As You Wish may be the three most romantic words in cinema. And if you know, you know. And if you do, you're one of the cool kids and you've seen Princess Bride. Mulholland Drive. I have the Blu-ray of this one. I don't think I'd upgrade this one to 4K. But if you don't have it, 4K is a good release because it is a gorgeous looking film. Punch Drunk Love is one that I see again. I have the Columbia Classics edition of that one. That one was sent to me I used to review for Sony for a bit before they changed their distributors in Canada, and I did a review for the Columbia Classics Volume 4 set, and Punch Drunk Love was on it. They did like a Valentine's Day, and I really do like that film. It's up there like that one and probably Uncut Gems are two of my favorites. Yeah, that's the thing. That's what's so good about it. She doesn't drink. Going on a holiday by mistake. It is such a good film. Like it is such a damn good film, man. Richie Grant is like I grew up like idolizing him as an actor. Speaking of actors idolize, I love this film. I don't have it. I really want it. I need this one so bad. Carnal Knowledge is so good. Who would have thought like Art Garfunkel, but it's really, really good. You got a young Candice Bergen in here. You got Anne Margaret at peak. Jack Nicholson, it's such a wonderful raw performance by these people. And it's one I've always adored. It has a special place for me. I love the Spinal Tap's coming out in 4K. You know, set that, set up to 11, right? Well, can't you make 10 louder? Like you don't. It is such a brilliant, bloody brilliant film. High and Low is one of my favorite Kurosawa films. It's definitely up there, like up top, along with Seven Samurai, along with Kajimosha. I love High and Low. I think it's finally, I don't want to say it's underrated anymore because I think it's really finally starting to get that that love that it needs and that it should have had a long time ago. There's so many good films. I mean, there's so many great films there. Um, Wally, of course, the first like real big animated one they did. I love, me and my better half both love this film, Lost Highway. And my better half because, well, she's a huge like Bowie fan, and this, yeah, and it's such a weird, beautiful looking film too. That scene where he answers the phone is at the part. Ah, if you're getting Sorcerer and you don't have Wages of Fear, get yourself Wages of Fear to go along with Sorcerer. Double feature them, or like do one night, do one the next. But it's Henri Georges Clouseau, and it is so good. It is such a wonderful like white knuckle film, and it deserves all the love you can give it. When you're there, you go. See, you have great taste. It is such a good film. They're putting it a Wes Anderson box set, but it's like super expensive. Oh, well, you can get it for cheaper, I guess. So what's this here? The Wes Anderson Archives, 10 films, 25 years. So $349. That still seems like a lot to me, man. I'm not gonna lie though. This looks gorgeous. Crying out loud. That's a beautiful looking set. I got a couple Wes Anderson films. I don't know if I don't want to like double dip stuff like that, but man, if I had the bones, like I need like a sugar for cinema. Sugar mommy for cinema. Get some of this really expensive stuff. Oh, you Jimbo. So, just somebody asked me to Killer Sheep yesterday, and I was like, I don't know if I remember it. Winchester 73, Anthony Mann's classic. Oh, still book obsessed. Picked up Train Spotting, and it has such a freaking cool like case. It's got this like it's like an envelope, and it's really, some people are going to hate it. I can tell you, some people are going to hate it because it's not a plastic case. It's really different. It's definitely a concept one, but I adored it. So I got these from Umbrella when they were doing they do this amazing like international cinema, like world cinema series that they do, which you'll see soon because I'm doing the Umbrella Just the 10 coming up soon, as well as a Mondo Macabre. I got asked about Mondo Macabre. That's coming up, as is Arrow Video. So there's, for those that have been following the Just the 10 series, yeah, lots more. There's a lot more come from that. I've been really enjoying it, but it's been hopefully you don't tell it seems seamless, but it's been really some of them been hard. Really hard, and not just like picking the films, but the whole like shooting the videos. Like you see the end result, but there's many takes for some of those videos. Drugstore Kill by Gus Van Sant's beautiful title. In the Mood for Love. Yeah. Again, another brilliant film. In the Heat of the Night. I love that scene. And I sat in school because we were doing in the Heat of the Night, and then they showed it in class. And you get to that sequence. My cats are really cute. She's over there, and she's like half asleep, half awake, and she's like, "Do I want to climb? Do I want to get in front of the camera? Do I want to photobomb him?" And the answer to that is all of those things. Apparently, is yes. Right? Say yes. Pixie, of course. She is like mascot. Huh? That's a dad joke. Ever there was one. Mwah. Love you. Yeah, sorry guys. I love my cats. And yeah, so there's a sequence like he's been pulled over, he's taking out all his stuff, like the guy's been a real dick. And what do they call you, boy? They call me Mr. Tibbs. And he takes out his badge. It is such a cool scene. Malcolm X definitely belongs. I need to get that one. After Hours is such an underrated Scorsese piece that I definitely recommend. 8.5. If you're a cinema fan, you're gonna love 8.5. Days That Confused. I have that in my collection. I'm so proud. I'm proud of it. Come on, come on, come on here. I definitely love Days That Confused. It's such a good release. 32 short films with Glenn Gould. Definite recommendation on that. I really like that one. What do you think? Canadian cinema good? Yeah, this isn't. You know it is. Videodrome. Yeah, who doesn't want? Lahane is such a good movie too. It's such a revolutionary film. You know, you can get if you want the Godzilla Showa set, like it's always you can get Godzilla on its own and get Berlanti, get the best of it, type of thing. It's okay. Come on. She likes to get up and like cuddle. This is Pixie. She's a cuddler for anybody that's new to the channel, and she's like a little baby. Risky Business. I forgot that came out on Criterion. I love Risky Business. If Risky Business was a seminal film from my childhood, and it changed me. It really did. Early Tom Cruise, man, is so good. All the Right Moves, I would love to see. See, I think All the Right Moves. I don't care what anybody says. That deserves being Criterion. Doesn't All the Right Moves? Huh? Yes, it's a good film. The Grifter is another film. It's such a wonderful film. Annette Bening is so gorgeous in that movie, by the way. The sequence at the beginning with the landlord sequence, you know what I'm talking about? Such a good film. Fear and Loathing is here. I mean, it's harder to find some. Hey, Bumpy, welcome, man. Are we doing temp? Yes, I will. I'm going to be trying to do all the labels. I do have over 10 Twilight time, so I can actually do that. Back to my we're not worthy. But yeah, I will be doing. I'm going to be trying to try to do them all. Now, no, when I do the Umbrella one, I don't have any of the Umbrella big box sets yet. So I'll be doing like the earlier Umbrella, like era stuff. So I don't have the Super Mario Brothers or any of that. Not yet. Anyway, I want to go to next time. I get the Paris, get to Canada. I'm definitely picking some up. Okay. See you follow. Why don't you follow? Why don't you follow? You want to get up with me again? Come on, come on, come on, come on. I got you. Uncut Gems. There we go. Repo Man. Strong, heavy recommendation on Repo Man. Love that film. Blood Simple is another one. Classic Coen work. There's a guy, I think it's Kyle's Movie Room, right? Recommend his channel, subscribe. He's doing he's buying all the Criterions. He's got them run half done, and he picks like numbers and stuff like that. You good? You good? Okay. Okay. But I watched the video of his tonight actually, and I watched Steelbook Obsessed. He did an unboxing video that made me super jealous. He had the Final Destination, and it had it came with the penny. If the new Final Destination Bloodlines came with pennies, and if you know, right? It's brilliant. It reminded me of like when they put out the Leprechaun on. I remember my friends on a video store, and I got a bunch of Leprechaun like coins that were put out for the Leprechaun movie. They like really promoted Leprechaun back in the day, the original one. Want to get up there? Okay, press up there. I'm a cat dad, guys. Like, if my cat comes along, I'm sorry. I'm going to get distracted. Like we have 8 cats, and they're my babies, right? Actual babies are growing. I was talking to them today. Ned Living Dead 4K is here. I got the Blu-ray. I don't think I need to upgrade to that one. Happiness, I like that though. Anything Todd Solondz, I'm down with. I like his work a lot. I love this art here too. It's got that really kind of cool, like indie comic vibe to it, and that is that's incredible. I know I love that type of stuff. I know Canadians Criterion sales here. Unstructured has some sales, Dad said, but it doesn't have any Criterion ones. Unstructured have really become like the Diabolique. They've really become what they wanted to become in Canada. They do some great stuff. I actually got to speak with Unobstructed a few times, like some of the workers at the place, and that's how I got to do the Caligula review before the movie came out, and got to speak to the guy that put it together as well. Yeah, it's hard nowadays to find some that's still doing DVD format. Some companies still do, Alan, but it's harder now to find ones that do. I think I still like DVD, and I think a lot of people that I see that collect that are younger, definitely younger than my old ass, are a lot of them still collect and do really go hard in on DVD. People are surprised when they see that. Like I know people that don't buy Blu-rays, don't buy 4Ks, that DVD that's their preferred, and they stick with that. And these are people like in their 20s and 30s, like way younger than me. So we got Thelma and Louise here, again, a beautiful La Samurai. Oh, I love this movie. John Pierre Melville, just a wonderful film. I will always recommend Blowout all day, every day. Like you want like my second favorite Criterion release right here, Blowout. It's just a wonderful film. I love Brian De Palma's work, and it is just gorgeous and heartbreaking, and that opening and that ending, just so good. John Lithgow was so scary in that movie. Akira Kurosawa's Dreams I really like. It's not my favorite Kurosawa film. The others I actually really like. It's by a Spanish director actually, and I was going to pick up the box set because there's a box set in Spain with like 4 of his films and others is on it, and it has. I'm pretty sure he's the guy that did the original, the Skin. What was it? Vanilla Sky? So the real original version of Vanilla Sky. He did that. I hope I got it right. Double Indemnity, yeah. Like it's hard to find something here not to get. I like this totally effed up Doom Generation Nowhere. The film, the Teen Apocalypse trilogy. Not for everybody. Like look into it before you get it, because some people are gonna like get that and be like, nope. It's gonna mess with me. Like, nope, sorry. So do a bit of research on that one. But I just really like that trilogy. Peeping Tom. I don't care what edition you get, just make sure you get it. It's such a good film. And it breaks my heart that the director had made Open Your Eyes. Thank you, man. I got upstairs to Open Your Eyes, but I would like to have the set was like fairly cheap. I saw it at CX in Spain, and for like under $20 for like the 4 films. At Open Your Eyes, it had the others, and had two of his other like big films. And Open Your Eyes is such a good movie, man. It's better than Vanilla Sky. Like Vanilla Sky is good, but it's better. It's the OG, right? Jojo Dance Your Life's Calling. I really like that as well. The Red Shoes, the Powell and Pressburger film. But my favorite is still Black Narcissus. That's my go-to Powell Pressburger film. And I love Colonel Blimp as well. Red Shoes is gorgeous. It's like it's the definitive, like for a lot of people. But I'm weird, right? To Die For. Again, it's another Gus Van Sant and something that I think is absolutely gorgeous. It's a wonderful film, and I think Nicole Kidman just like kills it in that film. Performance, Nicholas Roeg. Really like that one. But if you don't own this movie and you don't have it in your collection, Maddie, if you don't have it and you want to get one, that's going to be really incredibly good. The Long Good Friday. It is such a wonderful film. It is just amazingly done. Bob Hoskins, Helen Mirren, everybody's great in this film. There's a young Pierce Brosnan in this movie, and he has very few lines, but he does a lot with his screen presence. You could see Pierce Brosnan was going to be big by watching this one here. It is one of my favorite films, and it's definitely, I think, my favorite of like the British gangster era of cinema. There's the ending of this movie too. Hoskins is one of those actors that can do a lot with a look where he doesn't have to say a word. And if you want to see him at his best, his absolute best. I've got the Arrow edition that had the two put out because these were handmade films, right? Which is George Harrison's company. Pretty sure they were. Because there's this one and there's Mona Lisa, which is another wonderful film with Hoskins that I definitely recommend you pick up. Just for me, they were like, you know, hyperbole. They were life changers for me when I got to see them. I like Funny Girl. I love me some Barbara Streisand, and Funny Girl is probably one of my favorites. So, yeah, again, another recommendation. Mean Streets, yes. Fisher King, I like a lot. It's gorgeous. I don't know if I want to grab it. I think this would be a cheap, slightly cheap Mean Streets I want. But there's a really good edition of this one, I think, in the UK, like a really nice edition. So I'm not quite sure on that one. McCabe and Miss Miller, I like that a lot too. Sentimental is newer, and a lot of people want to buy like the ones that we're streaming, and they got like physical releases. But I haven't watched Sentimental yet. Like full disclosure, I think I watched like 5 minutes of it. I just was doing something else, so I never got to finish it. So 5 minutes is really not even seeing any of it. I can't like none of those like I really want to get The Irishman, but I want to wait. Like there's so many like older films. Like I would love to have the Last Picture Show on 4K. Wait, do I have? Is that here? Yes, I do a Last Picture Show. What's their 4K like compared to this? So, because I do love this movie so much. This set is getting a lot of play tonight. These like Columbia Classic sets, by the way, they're freaking awesome. I think they've gotten like too pricey more recently. But okay, so before I go any further, go real quickly, and don't worry, I'm coming right back to this, so don't go leave. This is Last Picture Show, the Columbia Classics one that Sony put out. It was in the volume 3. And we got in here. Yeah, we got the 1999 Definitive Director's Cut, the 1971 theatrical. Each gets their own disc. So gotta love that. The theatrical is a 4K. Now the Definitive Director's Cut is only a Blu-ray. So know that going in for this release. Look back. There's a lot of featurettes on here. So depends what you like. But there you go. It's a beautiful picture right there. Right? I love this. I love it. It's so minimalistic. But again, I am a massive fan of that movie, and I think it's just Sybil Shepherd at her best, and like Cloris Leachman's so good in that film. But you don't want to see me showing stuff, so that. Scarface, again, a great release. Howard Hawks. Got The Last Emperor here. Maybe. I like John Sayles, though, Lone Star. You have any questions about anything, or like shout stuff out, ask. That's what I'm here for. Maddie came in and asked about like the stunt related movie, and it got me to talk about Safety Last, and that was kind of neat to be able to dive into. 3 colors. I still need to get. I've got the Kozlowski Decalogue, and I don't have 3 colors, and that is like such. That is like. I'm sorry. I apologize. And I got to like listen to Julie Delphi when I went to my first like Marrakesh Film Festival. She was there, and she was doing like a conversation, and she was so good, so good, beautiful woman too. But it's such a talented actress. Pat Garrett and Billy the Kid, Peckham film, and I do like this one. Sofia Coppola, just right here, like prove what an amazing director she was. Virgin Suicides, strongly recommend it. I think the only advantage with the Criterion is that it includes Texasville sequel. That is a big advantage though, Bumpy. I love Texasville. I know a lot of people like aren't big on it, But I am. I would rebuy it for that. Do you multi-language or just Polish or just English? Which one? Yo, I would say it'd be multilingual if it's Criterion for sure. The Cercle Rouge is another brilliant, like Pierre Melville. Can't go wrong with his stuff. This house, we're massive fans of the Adventures of Baron Munchausen. It's just such a gorgeous film, and it's so weird. I love it. So early Uma Thurman as well. A real life, I would love to get. I like Albert Brooks. I mean, Albert Brooks is like getting uh, Woody Allen without the horrible backstory and guilt. I mean, so you're getting that quality of filmmaking without that horrible person behind the camera. Brooks is really good, and I love his work. I still blows my mind that Super Dave Osborne is his brother, but you know, I can kind of see it. Once you know, right? Roman Conquine's great. Picnic and Hanging Rock. Uh, again, I love this one. I got the one with the book. If you can get with the book, get it that way. Wings of Desire is another fantastic film. Wim Wenders is just such a good director. Menace to Society, classic. Such a good, wonderful, like done chapter Devil in a Blue Dress. Again, I love this one. The Trial is here. I Walk the Zombie, Seventh Victim, like the double feature. And this is a good one, like, Halloween time comes. You want some like cool, like Val Lewton produced stuff. You got a Jacques Tourneau film, you got a Mark Robson film here. And they're good. I mean, like Walk the Zombie is probably better known than the Seventh Victim. I think the Seventh Victim kind of like slips under the radar, but it is a really good film. Lost America, great Brooks choice, man. It's such a fantastic film. It's fun characters from Curb Your Enthusiasm, yeah. And I love me some Curb Your Enthusiasm. Better Half's not a fan. She doesn't like Seinfeld. She doesn't like Curb Your Enthusiasm. But she thinks the comedy's too mean, but I do. I do like them both. I especially love Curb Your Enthusiasm. I actually like it way better than Seinfeld. Like me, I'm gonna be honest. Heroic Trio, Executioners, Shaft, man. Oh yeah. The only thing that would have made this better, so because this includes like Shaft and includes like a second film here as well. The come on, it doesn't say, but it does includes like Shaft, and there's like the second Shaft films on here as well. But it does include Shaft in Africa, so that's the one that's missing. But still, you get two Shaft films, man. And we're talking about Shaft. Dude. Shaft's big score. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Bumpy. Thank you for being here, man. Yeah, I got Shaft's big score. We don't have Shaft in Africa, which is I got it here like on a DVD. But I would love to wish would include it. Maybe there's rights issues. The fact they include the second film, though, I shouldn't. What am I bitching about? Extra film, right? Didn't include any of that stuff. Don't Look Now, yes. You ever want to make films? You want to edit? You want to be like editing like your own film? Watch this. Watch Don't Look Now. Study it. Like I'm serious. Study that film. Study the editing in that film. That's a masterclass right there. It's a masterclass of editing. Roaring Twenties, For All Mankind. We got this from I think it was. I'm not sure it's BFI Eureka. We got one of those anyway. We got the UK edition. Brandon's Kill we got from Arrow Video. I surprisingly don't have a Hard Day's Nightly yet. And I used to like the film a lot when I was a kid too. Mildred Pierce. I got like the DVD. I used to watch it over and over again when I was a kid. Walkabout, Jenny Agutter. Now I got the Indicator edition of this one here, the renowned 5-film westerns, and the Indicator edition is called the Butt Boddicker Randolph Scott set. So, and I'm good with that. If you don't have it and you live in North America, it's great. Not just good westerns. It's great westerns. Oh, that's so cool, man. That is really cool. You just gained cool points, man. Alaska bunch. I'm not picking up on that, but you can't go bites. Yeah, definitely recommend it. Really, really good. And maybe we'll wait, like hit some new releases, and I'll go through some of the other stuff on another day. We'll do like another live stream. If you guys like the live streams, if you guys are liking this and would like to see me do more live streams again, I'm trying to do the best I can. Unfortunately, I are like free version now, so I don't get to do as many as I used to. But I do enjoy doing them, and I have to go and do my Duolingo because I'm at 400 and something days, and I don't want to miss a day right now. I want to thank you so much for coming in, Maddie. Thanks for like being our superstar super chatter. That because yeah, it's been so long since I got that. My better half's going to be like, choked up actually, because she said you don't get that anymore, do you? I'm like, I do my best. No, she's awesome. But there we go. We talked Vinegar Syndrome. We talked Macame. We looked at the titles. We looked at at the beginning of this, we looked at the 4K for Night of the Living Dead, like the 1990 edition coming out from Sony of all places. Who would have thought that would have come out? But probably means it's going to be a lot cheaper. Thank you so much, Charlie. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate everybody that came in. I was speaking with so Mill Creek are now with Alliance Entertainment, and I've been like reviewing for Mill Creek and stuff for a while. And I spoke with one of their one of the representatives today. So I should hopefully be getting some stuff, and it will go past just Mill Creek now. So fingers crossed on that goes well. Because there could be some 4K releases that I'm looking at. Hey, yeah, props to Kelly, man. She's killing it. Like every time I go on, I see like Kelly's reached this goal. Kelly's is like one for better half, and she's also doing Duolingo and way better than me. By the way, I appreciate that she follows me on there, and I follow her back because it helps. Like when you got people that like that they're doing it too. Kelly, say hi to Kelly for me. Thank you, Corinne. Thank you, everybody. You guys are amazing. It's nice to come back and be able to do a live stream every once in a while, where I don't get to do them as much now, but I do enjoy doing them. I was nervous about, I'm going to tell you one little thing before I leave. I was nervous about coming over here and doing it. I normally do it over there in front of my movies and that now, but my better half, she's asleep. She's got to work early in the morning. And so I came over here to do it. Why I don't normally do it here, honestly, is there was an earthquake. And for those that are watching that video, we had a pretty big earthquake here. And I was sitting here making a video when the earthquake happened. And I had PTSD from it. So yeah, a little story. If you haven't seen that video, it was like a Disney Treasures video. And you can see like, yeah, kind of see like somebody going live during an earthquake. Then yeah, that was quite a video. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys so much. You guys are awesome. If you're in the Boston area, make sure you're checking out the horror garage sale. Maddie's going to be there. Go up, say hi, buy something from him. And as always, guys, thanks for coming in. I will see you next time right here in the Call to Cinema. I got to go do some Duolingo. That's what I'm going to do right now. Do some Duolingo and have another Coke because it's really hot tonight.